Red Dead Redemption 2 broke me, and I don't say that lightly. It's still my favorite game of all time, no matter what came after, no matter how many games tried to take its place, nothing stuck the same way. Other games impressed me, some even made me obsessed with them, but nothing hit like this one. Red Dead 2 didn't just entertain me, it left a mark, and after finishing it, I felt broken. This game rewired how I look at stories and how I look at characters and even how I look at pacing. There was this strange melancholy that lingered even after I stopped playing the game. Like the game wasn't just over, it had taken something from me. This is something I never made a video about, and I just wanted to get this off my chest. In this video, I want to share my experience on how Red Dead Redemption 2 broke me.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Okay, here we go. I still remember first time playing Red Dead Redemption 2 over at a cousin's house on the PS4. Now I've heard about it many times before and mostly very positive things. There was something about that opening that had me so hooked. Maybe it was the graphics or something else, but despite what everybody else is saying about Chapter 1, for me it was the perfect opening that allowed me to learn about Arthur and the company he keeps. I was so invested that I got all the way to Horseshoe Overlook, forgetting the essence of time. But like everything good in life, it had to come to an end. So I went home because it was late and never laid eyes on it for more than a year. Now some of you might wonder, why not? If it made such a good impression on you, why not? I didn't own a PS4, nor a good enough system for it, so I just had to buy my time. Okay, now fast forward to March 2022 and here we go, I got the system for it. But the interesting part was that my hesitance to play the game was very big. I don't remember why or what caused it, maybe the length, because I heard the game was very long. After finally doing so, I never looked back. There aren't words in my brain to explain how pulled in I was by this game. I'll put it like this. I started playing and never even went to bed. I know I was a little naughty. But in the span of 24 hours since hitting play, I clocked in 19 hours. And I want to make it clear that I've never done anything remotely close to this before or since. Never. What was first met with hesitance became an addiction. Exploring the Heartlands was like stepping into a book. Using the greet antagonize option was the funniest thing in the world, and it still is.
Madam?
Don't you just brighten up a girl's day.
Hot today, ain't it?
No cooler indoors.
You really need to think about a bath.
As the gang's mood improved, so did mine. I don't want to write this game's you know what, but this is the only game which made me so goddamn interested in the other characters. Even today I enjoy talking to the gang members despite knowing what they're going to say. The lengths to which Rockstar went to just to make sure that you are immersed into the experience is nothing shy of amazing. While the game has a fast travel option which you can acquire, there was a lot to miss out on by doing so. Because along the way you could find so much stuff. Like, oh my god, when you first played this game, you can't ride your horse to the destination for more than a minute without your attention being stolen from something. That being a random encounter, an Easter egg, or a side mission. Literally every square inch of this game has something for you to show. It's clear that Rockstar was trying to tell you that you're going to ride your horse a lot, and you're going to enjoy it. They rewarded the player for open world exploration like never before. There isn't much more satisfying in this game than to ride your horse throughout the open country and the game hitting you with that music. On a personal note, the soundtrack is not just consistent, it's consistently perfect. It was all so much fun, until a bunch of shit happened that gave me a bit of an idea where everything might be headed, because while the first half of the game was really that fun, silly cowboy game, in the second half, as characters left and right started to, go to God's meet and greet, it came as a fresh reminder to me that this is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1, and that the game is about the downfall, of the Vanderlyn gang.
You know, you and me, we're more ghosts than people.
I think what makes the story of Red Dead Redemption in general so good isn't just strong storytelling or plot twists, it's attachment. The reason why Arthur is such a compelling protagonist that captured the hearts of millions is because of how much time you get to spend with him. This is where the Red Dead 2 is too long statement is right, but for the best reason. For about 100 hours you stand by Arthur's side, seeing a man grow and eventually face the harsh truth of his own mortality, which was the catalyst for his character arc. You don't just watch him do the things he does, you actively partake in them. And it also doesn't work like in just any other game. You, the player, have the agency and control in shaping Arthur into your very own Arthur that stands by his own moral principles. And that's why Arthur's death broke me so much. It was inevitable, and I knew that his time is running out fast, but the game subconsciously makes you want to spend more time as Arthur instead of rushing into the last mission. You go around helping so many people, even those whose lives you've ruined, because personally, I can't speak for most, I was doing that because I believe that's how Arthur wanted to spend his last days and be remembered by. Taking those moments to slow down during a time in the gang's life where everything moves so fast is why Chapter 6 is by far my favorite in the game. When I finally got to the last mission, it felt like a roller coaster of emotions. Tension to anger from them killing my f***ing horse to heartbreak. Watching Arthur take his final breath after helping John escape is still the most heartbreaking moment I've ever seen in a piece of media. I'm not trying to be dramatic just for the sake of it. If you're wondering, yes, I did cry, I'm a human being, but I did hold most of it in. Yet you know what's the most interesting part about that reaction of mine? I got a pretty nasty nosebleed. Now the game had nothing to do with it because I've had random nosebleeds before in my life. It's not just that I think it had nothing to do with it, I know it didn't. But what were the chances, man? What were the chances? That moment right there taught me that God had a twisted sense of humor and very, very weird timing. It's crazy how Rockstar casually transitioned from this moment to John 8 years later without even letting you grieve. But now after replaying it years later, it's kinda brilliant. Yes, you do the normal point A to point B traveling, but the game makes you slow down to not lose the goods for Mr. Geddes. Almost as if they were trying to tell the player, hey, slow down, this is your moment to reflect. Now what I'm about to say might be controversial, but whatever. Arthur's death was more than deserved. It's poetic writing at its finest. A man like Arthur Morgan has committed countless crimes over his life to the point where to say that he redeemed himself of all of his sins is wild to me. And I don't think that was the point of Arthur's arc. Not to wash away his many sins with a few good deeds, but to finally see life for what it is and give meaning to his last day on this earth. I always look at this as a message that it's not too late to change your ways and spread some kindness.
Thank you, fella. You know, there ain't enough kindness in this world, that's for sure. But you...
I don't know nothing about kindness.
The side missions in Chapter 6 should be marked with yellow because half of the time they are even more important than the main story missions. They are Arthur's final diary entries. That sense of loss hit me very hard personally, because I literally refused to play as John. I'm not f***ing joking. There was no chance in hell that I was going to let that happen. I had to take a break and reflect on what just happened. A week later I came back and started a whole new playthrough. And yes, by the end I was again very upset, but more angry this time. I even made it a mission of mine to make Micah's face a mess, and if you believe me or not, I'm not a liar. I was so locked in that I didn't get punched in the face once. But what happened in this playthrough was more special somehow. I rode my horse around the world way more without even having any purpose, discovering more and more stuff, doing any side activity that caught my eye, buying everything there was to buy in the stores, and getting the highest honor possible, finally getting the sister encounter at the Emerald Ranch station. This playthrough felt complete. I didn't just follow the story missions, I immersed myself 100 times more than last time. Surprisingly, the epilogue was actually able to bring some peace to me. There's a small detail in this part of the game regarding its music. American Venom plays many times but with a more hollow and lower tone. The way I look at that song is John's theme. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's this one. It's John Marston Micah. The YouTuber Kyle Kringle points this out in his video about the epilogue, which you should definitely check out because it's amazing. Link in the description. When you play the wheel mission after Arthur's death, while retrieving John's wagon back from the outlaws, the song plays but at a much weaker tone and a different version. But it's still the same thing.
That's my damn wagon! Come back here!
It feels like John is so eager to go back to his past self, as if the song is just dying to go full blast. This feels even more true, as he pointed out in this video. It plays during John's most John Marston moments, like American Venom going after Micah.
Just showing up.
When I got something to take care of, sure.
Just you left, is it?
Yeah, just me.
This goes to show John's inability to truly shed his past and move on, always saying the line, "What choice did I have?"
What choice did I have?
When in reality he had plenty of choices. And it's so sad because Arthur fought to give John the life that he always wanted but could never have. For it to just be all thrown away for revenge, something Arthur always believed to be a fool's game. Now obviously his choice to go with Charles and Sadie can be seen as an honorable choice because they would have definitely died on that journey, but Rockstar wrote the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 2 so that this set of events started the chain link reaction for Red Dead Redemption 1. To be fair, other people have also pointed out that the Pinkertons would have sure as shit found John eventually, because he used his real name to loan out money from the bank and Blackwater and build a house right next to it. You know, the city where the Vanderlyn gang is most known for causing a bunch of shit, yet it still serves as a great link between the two games, also allowing John to have a few years of joy alongside his loved ones, until his past would ultimately catch up to him. This was a more personal video of mine. I've never really done anything like this. I've never even shown my face because you don't need to see all this and I don't need to see all this while I'm editing everything. The reason why I made this video, as I said, is because I've had a lot of time to reflect on that playthrough while replaying the game now, and seeing how much I enjoyed it with fresh eyes made me really want to talk about it. It's crazy to me how Rockstar can make you so glued to the character to the point where it feels larger than life, it feels like a real person. But with the departure of Dan Houser from Rockstar Games, I think this will go down as Rockstar's best writing ever. Well, I do have faith in GTA 6, something tells me that it's not going to be able to reach the same heights as Red Dead. Yeah, if I had to put all my chips into one place, like at poker, I would put them on no. I would put them all the way to no. I don't know. That's all I had to say. This feels very odd, just to stare in this. Yeah, I almost forgot. Thank you for watching my video. I was sweet, and I'll see you next time. I don't know if you're gonna see this all the time. Maybe.